I will be streaming some pixel art creation here in just a minute. I'm trying to set everything up though, and I figure give the stream a couple minutes, chance for people to show up and stuff. So hello, whoever you are. I will be starting in a minute. Okay, that ought to do it. My tweet has been posted, yay. Now I'll just post it quick on Google Plus, and we will get going. There's 3 of you here now. Hello. Hi, Ultimate Gamer 159. Where is my Google Plus button? There it is. Just give me another minute here, and we'll get started on some pixel art. We're going to be making some like Art Deco tower type pixel art for a friend. Friend's making a game, and he asked me to do some art for it, so here we go. Go ahead and post that on YouTube or Google Plus. Double check my speaker here. Okay, I have a silence button in M, which I'm going to test out right now. Yep, that definitely works. Sometimes I hit it by accident though, so if you see me hit it by accident, please tell me in the chat if I go silent or something. So like I said, this is an Art Deco level we're going to be... Wrong layer. We're going to be creating, and he gave me a little bit of art to start with, just this background and these little layer things here and this green. I don't know if he wants it green. Maybe that means he wants it green. I'd rather have it a color more like this, because that's really pretty. Or maybe this, so it doesn't blend in with the sky. So I think I'll go ahead and change it for now to more of a... and he can always change it later if he decides he wants it to be a different color. But more of a pastel green, I guess. Oops, turn contiguous off. Did that work? Can't tell. I have a work on the slopes a little bit. I think I can get it so that we can do something like this on the slope. And it's going to be as easy as free transforming this and rotating at 45 degrees. Oops. I free transformed the selection instead of the... well, I free transformed the selector instead of what I had selected. And then we can just pull that down like that, and I think that'll look pretty good. We'll see. Got some dogs behind me, and one of them's sleeping, so might be kind of noisy every once in a while. apologize for that, but there's not much I can do about it. Yeah. So we're just going to keep going. Pull these down here. And we'll do the top over here. And then I've got to do that slope downwards, which... How do I want to do that? Let's turn our grid on with H. Whoops, I guess I don't have it selected here in Show Grid. So now when I toggle, yeah, I can toggle it with H then. Double check my settings here. Yep. Okay. So let's go ahead and try to put this on a new layer. And I'm going to try to morph this to match this curve we need. Actually, I'm going to finish off that first. Then I'll paste this in. And I need the curve. How far down do I want to go? Maybe there's fine. Well, really it starts right there, so okay. So right there is where the gotta merge all these layers together now. Is where the horizontal or the 45-degree angle starts. That's what I'm trying to say. And then over here, okay, yeah, I got the whole thing ready. Get it lined up. Free transform. Actually, this might be wrong. Well, we might have to do a little experimenting. But we'll go into warp anyway. And let's look at arc. I wonder if I could just rotate arc. If I go back to rotate, and okay, there's too much of an arc. So let's warp. I was looking for arc, but obviously arc isn't there because it's up there. 25. That's looking better. Let's try rotating it some more. Bring that over. That's just about perfect right there, but it doesn't go out far enough, which tells me that I didn't have enough. Oh shoot, that was probably fine. Oh well. I'll try it again here in a second. Let me see here. Is this on the first layer? It is. Okay. I'm going to finish this real quick so I don't trip up again on that. Okay. And, oh, with those being black, that I probably need to do this anyway. Whoa, was that not 45? Let's try that again. Free transform, 45, enter. No. Free transform, 45. Okay, let's undo that. Free transform. Let's move this guy here. And then let's rotate it, 45. Try it again. Nope, it's still doing it, darn it. Okay, then we'll just take a smaller section. Sometimes that rotate tool is kind of finicky like that, and you have to try a few things before it will get you exactly the result you want. Something about the math algorithm, I guess. Okay. Let's keep going. It did have a smaller top when I did that. But it's 2 pixels here, so that's actually correct. So let's keep going. And we're just going to bend this down now. This is a little bit different than pixel art tutorials because I'm having to experiment a lot in things. So this is that layer there. And what's this? What is that? Oh, I have a piece of concept art. Well, just a reference. Why isn't it going down? There we go. Okay, turn these back on. Did I do that wrong? Turn these all back on. Zoom in here, and let's see. There we go. Let's retransform this. Warp. Hannah, stop snoring. My poor dog. Okay. Let's arc this here. And I can't remember what I had it set to exactly, but we'll bring it down to like 20. So, let's go ahead and... Oops. Did that wrong. Let's undo that. I shouldn't... I confirmed my, my warp before I had rotated it. So we'll bring this down. Something like that. We'll right click again. Go to rotate. And turn it here. Make it that. So there's just a little bit too much bend, so we're just gonna go back to our warp and set this angle or this bend to like maybe 25. A little too much still, maybe 20. Maybe 15. That's getting closer. Let's rotate it some more. This part can take a little bit of, you know, tweaking and just messing with to get the angle right. Ah, that's pretty close. Like a couple degrees off. Warp. Let's try 13. Let's try 10. I think 10 was too far. Let's try 12. And then let's go back to rotate and try to get it lined up. Exactly. Can I do it? That's pretty dang close, but I think I actually want a little more curve in there. It's kind of... Oh man, that's so close. That's as close as I've gotten it. Let's try 22. Yeah, this is something you just gotta play with till you get it right. Oh, there it is. It's almost perfect. I think I'll have to do a little bit of manual work right there, but that is pretty dang good. So I'm gonna leave that like that. And then I've got this on some layer, so I can, this little overlap here, I can just come in and delete. That's a pretty good curve. Do I see any obvious flaws? We can come back to it later. Oops, I've got the brush instead of the pen. Oh, I've got 4 watchers now too, that's good. Yeah, I think I'll just leave that like that for now. Okay, let's come down and do the bottom, I guess. So let's get another big flat piece of... Hannah, you are so noisy. About to throw you out in the hallway. Talking to my dog. I'm going to merge all these layers together too, because the only layer I want... Yeah. I'd merge it down, but the thing is that last... it's pretty fine. I was worried because I'm losing the black here, but I can just go like... There. Okay. So let's do the bottom now. Grab a chunk of this, put it on a new layer. I guess I need something to meet it up again, so we'll put this down here and actually merge back into that first layer. So then we'll paste another one. And I guess I'll start up here. It's a little bit further than it has to travel, but I think that's probably for the better in the long run. Oh, now I only have one person watching. Oh well. I used to get a lot more stream views than I do nowadays, but I think that's because I stopped streaming for a long time, stopped working on my channel, as I was trying to finish up my game really hard. So hopefully, with some work, I'll be able to get back to where I was, even though I have more subscribers today than I did then. But that just goes to show you, subscribers are not everything, although they are still a big part of it. Ooh. Getting close there, just a little off, but we can fix that. Warp it here. Negative 30. Negative 25. And tweak its position a little bit, trying to find a sweet spot where all the pixels align. This might be it. How far am I off that original angle? Pretty dang close, but it is a little different. I could always come back in there and fix it manually. Let's give it a little more curve though. Negative 25. Yeah, this stream's going to be pretty slow because I'm just working on pixel art, and sometimes that's a slow process, but I'm having fun. Man, I'm just not sure. That's probably good, and I can always come back and clean it up later. Good advice is to never worry too much about what it looks like, so you can always come back later and clean it up. You don't want to obsess on things, because a lot of times what happens is you'll make a change or something, and or you'll fight with something for a very long time and not be able to get it, but then one day you'll just go in there and like in 5 minutes get it or whatever, to how you like it. And that happens quite a lot, so I tend to try not to worry too much about details. Otherwise, you just spend all your time worrying about those details and forget about the big picture. which of course is game design. Yeah. Hello, Haxan. Thanks for coming. I'm just working on some pixel art. I made this big old track just now with the warp tool in Photoshop. And I'm making this for a friend's game, which he'll probably be selling on Steam or something like that. And yeah, I'm just having some fun doing pixel art today. I have a nice long 4-day weekend, of which today is my first day, so I'm excited. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. So I'm excited for that. And, why didn't contiguous do it? Oh, it's because it's on a different layer. And, I've been working a lot in Unity, and, trying to get my next game off the ground, and drawing a lot because I'm drawing characters for my next game. I was drawing a bum ant earlier. And yeah, just having a lot of fun creating stuff. I'm having a pretty good day creatively, I feel like, so that's always a plus. Let's check. Okay. This needs to come down a little bit more sooner. More sooner. And I'm just making some pixel art. This level's going to be like an Art Deco level. I'm kind of screwing up my concept art in the background as I make edits, but you can see a lot of like Art Deco influences that are going to be in the level. So that's cool. Okay. I think I can just take that same one and flip it, but probably not going to do that right now. I want to have some more design elements, I guess, to make the platforms. I need some sort of border here. As you can see, that needs to be spiced up a bit. Maybe that's what he was trying to do with this. I should mention that this wasn't originally my pixel art. I picked it up from a friend, and I'm going to work on his game. And so this is his art, but I'm obviously going to improve it. Not that he can't, but it's good to have other people working on pixel art for your games too. I'm just playing around with shapes right now. I need to find some kind of edge for this thing. I don't know what kind of edge it should be quite yet. That's kind of like a hard edge. You know what might look cool though is if, let me look at some of this pixel art or this concept art down here. A lot of these, if you look at them, it's like I'll zoom out because it's a little unclear when you're close to it, but it's like exact opposite negative and positive space. So you've got like these ridges going down and ridges right there. That must be the same place, I guess. And I've got, and then there's some ridges, and those I really want to use, and then here are some as well. So what I'm thinking is maybe I do this, but I also get a darker color, and sort of see, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that corner, but well, actually I do know how I'll handle that corner. We'll just pull or move this up. What's the measurement on that? Because I wanted it at 8 pixels. 7 pixels, so one more pixel up. And then I gotta take the bottom here out. Whoa, 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 whoa. 1 pixel too many. Get rid of that. Whoop. That's fine. For some reason I got 2 layers there. I must have merged or duplicated them by accident. Okay, so then once I do that, I can get rid of this little bit over here, and then probably bring like a diagonal edge down. So it seems kind of like a corner or something. Ah, grid's messing me up there. So I want to bring this up. I feel like my computer is being a little slow right now. Maybe it's because I have too many things open. I guess I don't need Unity open at the moment. I was just doing a tutorial thing. Can close that. Because I was studying 3D Unity stuff and I get a little bit confused on the 2D stuff. So, but I think I did an extra edge there, so let's push that back a little bit. And then maybe, no, this, no. Should have a color that's darker than that. I guess that's the right color. Okay. There's that corner. And then what I wanted to do was have some ridges pretty much like these guys here. So how am I going to do that? Let's grab 2 pixels here. Actually, let's grab 2. And let's make everything a shade darker, I guess. So, in order to do that, let's take, which is our darkest shade? Which is darker? I'm not sure here. Oh, they're the same. They look a little different on my screen, the way the monitor is. I don't have an LED, so the, sometimes colors on different parts of the screen that are the same can look like just ever so slightly different enough that I notice it and think they're different colors. Let's see then, if we're not doing that, well, if both those are the same color, then I guess the next darkest color would be this one. And then after that, it would be this. And so this would be, whoops, over here like so. And color these in. Okay, this would be there. And then this. And then this. And that would be darker. Don't know how that'll... So what do I want to do with this darker point, though? I didn't decide that. I guess I could do something like that. But then... I guess there's more darker colors over there on that side, which makes sense. I don't usually do pixel art this way, so the fact that he's got those colors like that is kind of throwing me off just a tad bit. But I think the end result looks okay. The graphics of this game that I'm working on are supposed to be similar to Sonic CD, so that works out really well for me for reasons that might be obvious to some of you guys out there. This is not my game by any means, so that looks cool. I like that. I think that looks good. So there's this bottom here. I guess I should bring that in. those bottom 2 pixels and probably knock that one off there. I got 6 people watching now. What is this? This is pixel art. I'm just drawing pixel art for a friend. Friend's making a game. I'm helping him out. And, yeah. And I'm streaming it. I don't know how much I'm supposed to talk about the game, so I'm not going to say too much on that front. What am I going to do about this corner over here? Oh, I guess he already told me. So I put this in the center too, and then I can do that same. But my question is, where is he? I wonder. See, I'm trying to decide on a shading style. Do I want to have the sun coming from like a direction, or do I just want to kind of center shade everything? I think I'll do center shade because that's more Sonic-like. But in that case, I don't need this darker thing here. I just need to mirror this. Well, free transform. Well, let me undo that. I don't know what just happened. Okay, the width. Set to -100, so that it's mirrored. If you guys have any questions for me or anything about Sonic Time Twisted, or making pixel art, or maybe my next project, I might answer those. It's kind of, I don't know, because it depends on the question. I'll probably get back to streaming Undertale at some point. Gonna be real honest right now, I'm not in love with that game. It's kind of slow, but I'm gonna keep giving it a shot. Should I be pulling that in like that? No, I should not. I might need to pull in that bottom pixel. I think so. Like that. Yeah. Which means I gotta do the same over here. Okay. Yeah, I guess his shading style, that's how he's doing it. He's shading from the middle, which is fine. It's an easy way to shade, and it looks good for Sonic type games. Eight viewers now, yay! I had 1 viewer for the longest time, so it was like, oh, that's kind of sad. But oh well. Yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind retweeting this or whatever, that might help. But no biggie. Although I do so like it when people watch my streams. Wow, I do think this is going to work. I didn't even have to do anything. I can take all the credit for that. Yeah. All I did was stretch some pixels. Whoa. I do want to save this somewhere though, before I lose it. Of course, losing it's pretty hard because I guess I'll say that here. Photoshop's backup system, or its journaling. It has live journaling, so it saves most of your work as you're making it. And then if it crashes or your computer turns off for some reason, it'll remember what you were working on and bring it back up as recovered from journaling. Okay, we're gonna call this Deco level. I can't remember the name of it. Plus, I'm not sure I'm supposed to be talking about such things. Okay, I'm happy about this. Even though, like I said, I didn't do most of it. Now I need some like it would look nice if I had like a little bit of the silver down here. Okay, keep that in the back of my head. Now I need some like what do I need? Okay, I want to use, see this thing here? How it's like these windows, and they're like almost like steps. I want to do something like that for like the intersection of one of these. So this might be a good place to do it right here. I could make a couple of big old windows. I gotta decide. So these will be like my windows, and we'll. How many zones are? Yeah, there's a question from the chat, and then with this, I'll just make it a color though, so I don't forget. I'll answer the question in a second. I just don't want to lose my selection. Okay, that's a terrible color, but we'll fix it later. Okay. How many zones are in STT was scrapped out for? Oh, how many zones were scrapped from the full version of Sonic Time Twisted? Well, there's a couple answers to this, but let's look at the let's break it down, I guess. There are zones going back. There's the original zones for the game were City's Edge, Perplex Puzzle. I think there was one more. And then it was like, oh, it was Majestic Mind. That what it was. And see, I worked on that version of the game up until 2008, but like it lacked a lot of stuff and it was really shoddily programmed. It didn't even have a slope factor, so like when you're rolling down hills and stuff, it made no difference. And hold on a second. And there was people in the hallway, so I just decided to shut the door so it would be a little quieter. Anyway, and so I worked on that version until 2008, and at that point I scrapped it along with all those levels because they were mostly made of bad remixes of classic stages in like Adobe Fireworks and stuff, and they looked horrible. Then I worked on a version which I actually got some level art from Damnezine. He just asked if he could make a level for me. I was like, okay, I guess so. And so he made some art, and it was pretty good, especially for back then, and people like that version of the game. It was, and that's what you see in Dispot, what was the name of that? Dispot Drive. And so that's another scrapped level. So at that point we're up to 4 scrapped levels. But it also gets hairy there because I made a second version of Perplex Puzzle, which had 2 zones, kind of. 1.5 really, because it was unfinished. This darn grid is getting in my way. And so I had two levels of Perplex Puzzle, and they were scrapped, and then the 3 levels of or acts of Dispot Drive were scrapped, and that was really all the scrapped levels from like the work that was prior to deciding to work, or prior to my design of Attraction Attack, which happened in 2010, right after Sage. And at that point, that's when I really redesigned the whole game the 3rd time, and that is when the development of the like modern version, I guess, started. And from that version, we were gonna do some Triple Trouble like remix levels, and we had some partial level maps for like Scrambled Egg and I'm trying to think of all the levels. That train level from Triple Trouble, or maybe it was Chaos, I can't remember. Whichever one you fight the big train in, though, we had a scrap level there. And then there's like this blue techno Atomic Destroyer or something. I'm not very familiar with the Game Gear games, so it's hard for me to remember the zone names, but it's like this blue kind of Metropolis type zone. That level had some work done to it. Robotnik Winter also did, and but then there was also like those levels were like remixed from Triple Trouble, which we were going to put in the game, but it was going to kind of be its own thing. It wasn't going to use the time travel gimmick and stuff like that. So all that stuff was scrapped. And then also there was a city zone scrapped, which was called Metropolis Mayhem or something like that. I can't remember. And it got scrapped because I didn't make the art for it, and Mercury didn't really like the art that much, and he suggested I scrapped it, so I did. I think that's the majority of them, at least. And I lost count somewhere, but it was like 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there was also the Aquatic Planet Zone from Triple Trouble, which also had work done to it. I don't know. A lot. A lot of levels were scrapped. We made a lot of art over the years, too, that wasn't even going to be used. Like, for some reason, we decided to, like, remake the Cyber City Zone. We got kind of far on that and just didn't do anything with it. Okay, I'm trying to... Let's get back to this now. Okay, I like how these shades are coming down. That's kind of neat. But I don't think they can be actual shades because this thing's supposed to be under construction or something. So let's go ahead and just give them some... Well, I guess they're kind of shades. I don't know. In old skyscrapers, you would see... I guess not just old ones, but you'll see like these like windows, but they're like painted in with color. And that's kind of what I want to go for here. And I really have no idea what color to make it. So I'm just going to go with something, and we'll worry about it later. Like I said, you don't want to get too caught up on details, because then you don't get anything done. Okay. So if these are windows, then the bottoms, then I guess that's okay. I feel like, I'm just, okay. Let's give them some windowsills maybe, and we can probably reuse this thing. And then I need to use the other side as well. That looks okay. Maybe I should just have half of it though, because it would make sense that these would be smaller on the windows. So let's pull this up. Yeah, that's 8 pixels, right? 6. Oh. And then maybe I'll reduce a pixel here. Yeah, a little windowsill. But it's making it too round, having it so many pixels like that horizontally with the shading. So let's pull this over. And then what happens if I do this? And then we'll flip it and see what it looks like. Okay. It's not too bad. I feel like this should be darker though, because on the bottom there, because it would be kind of sunken in as compared to, ouch, my back. Hurt my back the other day. I don't really usually have much pain, but it did hurt my back the something. I suppose that's good. I can probably just select all those and then paint them in. Okay. Cover that up. And get this pulled over here. That's better. Let's save this again. No problem. I'm glad to help. Thanks for the question. Okay, what next? Well, we need some more decorations. We definitely need, like, some lights or something. These might need to be darker. More blue. I'm already running out of ideas. Sometimes that happens when you're making pixel art. But I do want, like, some sort of... Let's go ahead and add one of these, or fill this thing out with the proper pattern. Okay. Pull this over a bit. Have to do a reverse one of these for here, so we can go in the opposite direction. Let's go ahead and do that while we're thinking about it, I guess. So let's do this. I guess we can just bring it all the way over, and then we can just chop it here. And that gives us pretty good edge. It's not quite right though, it doesn't seem like. Maybe I need to bring it over one. Where did I come? Be here. So there I had an extra pixel on the light side. Here I've got an extra one on the dark, but I actually think that looks better. And so that's fine. I need to look at this corner piece so to get this right. Move it over once I don't get confused. Oops. Okay, so that comes... I think I can copy this part. The only different... No, it's different. Because... Is this the same color? Looks like it. Okay. Then it would be here and here, maybe? I don't know, I'm getting confused. Okay, so that goes there. And the next pixel would be this one. It would be down one, I guess. And then the next pixel would be this one. And then the last one would be there. Then there are these two that are below it. That doesn't look right either. I guess it's just too different. let's do this. Then let's just bring this all the way over so it lines up. And then this will come over. And it's that. And it's, in this case, it would be this darker color. And I think I would also want that to be darker. And then this one would be the lighter one. Okay. It's a little confusing, but I think that's at least close enough for now. Should this be here? Yeah, it should. Okay. What's the most terrible bug I've found in Time Twisted? I don't know. I guess there's one where sometimes there are very rare occasions if you hit a collision just right, you can get stuck in an endless loop, which kind of sucks. But I cannot. The problem is it's so rare that it's hard to recreate, so I'm having trouble pinning it down. Plus, Game Maker crashes when it happens, so and then it takes forever to start back up, so that's another challenge. I was thinking about making Time Twisted open source so that okay, this needs to. No, that's wrong. I'm crazy. Just getting confused because it's the other angle of it. I've got two there. I don't even know if I want these down that low, but we'll finish this thing up at least. I was feeling a lot like doing this. Yesterday or the day before. Today I'm less feeling like doing it, if I'm honest. But I definitely want to work on this for my friend. I'm just not feeling that inspired right now. I need to think about it more or something. But I didn't. I do think this is pretty cool, though. So it's definitely. And I got that, whatever that is, that piece of slope done. So I guess I did a lot of more utility. Guess I'm still not crazy about. Okay, if the light's coming, if the light's coming from above, then these would have to get darker at the bottom. And I guess I'll represent that right now with this color. And I think, whoa. I think I'll go ahead and did I get the right color? Go ahead, yeah, and make use of the color on the pole here. I keep getting confused because they look like the same color on my monitor. So, can I use black here, or will that be too dark? I might need to make another color, which means I might need to redo all that stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Actually, let me see here. Dark. No, I'm changing my mind already. I keep, for some reason, I guess it's because I got black inside here, I keep thinking it's going to be a night stage, but I'm pretty sure it's actually a day stage. So as it goes in, oh, I do have a darker color. God damn it. I was gonna say, where's that darker color? And then the next one up will be this color. That's what I want. The thing you've got to do when you're feeling like you don't have an idea or you don't have any good ideas is you just got to keep going, because I mean, there are days where I'm just like, you know what, I got to work on something else today because this just isn't working out today or whatever, and that's fine. But on days that you need to work on stuff, the trick is to just keep moving, because there'll be some decent stuff that comes out of it, even if you're not feeling that inspired. You can do things like I just did, where I worked on the slope. In fact, maybe I'll work on more slopes if I don't feel inspired to draw like a set piece or something. Art Deco uses a lot of like angles and squares and things like that. That's very Deco. Let me check my chat here real quick. It's retro futuristic style. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's kind of retro, and it's supposed to be sort of like Art Deco. And if you remember, an example of that would be like Superman, the animated series, or something like that. Or Batman, the animated series, maybe even more so. Oh man, I like that. See, I wasn't inspired and then I did that. I am working on another game. It's called No More Robots, and I'll tell you more about it when I get a little further with it and stuff. I'm trying not to hype it too much because it's still years away. And I'm still kind of creating the world for it and stuff. But no, I'm definitely working on that. It's going to be a side-scrolling 2.5D RPG platformer made in Unity. And it's going to have lots of stuff in it, like lots of cool characters. I put a lot of time into designing a lot of different characters. And sculpting, creating the world and the story, and it should be pretty cool. I'm very enthusiastic about it. I'm having so much fun. Hi, G Bunny. I'm having so much fun making it too, since it's my own work now, and I don't have to like stick to anything pre-existing like Sonic. You never know how great it is making your own characters until you do it. And because there's that point, you need to lay down, dog. Take a nap. Sorry. There's a point, ooh, I just got another idea. There is a point, losing my train of thought. But when you're creating characters, or when I was creating characters when I was younger, I would think, well, I want this character to be like Sonic, or I want this character to be like this character, or something, you know, some other character. And you're doing it from that perspective, it always kind of feels like a knockoff, and or I always felt like a knockoff, and I wished I was making the character that I loved. Most of the time that was Sonic, not always, but most of the time. Instead of, sometimes it was Luke Skywalker or some other people. Instead, I would just make these knockoffs because I didn't really understand how to make unique characters. But when you start making unique characters and you are planning on releasing a game on Steam or something like that, and you're like, everybody's going to see these characters, or at least whoever buys your game is going to see these characters, you can take it to a whole new level, I guess, or I felt like that gave me the inspiration to take it to a whole new level, and I really tried to breathe life into characters. It's a lot of fun. Because there's, like, I guess why it's so fun for me is I never like doing stuff without a purpose. Like, a drawing unto itself is not a purpose for me. I'm sure it is for some people, and that's great. But I can't just draw, or like, I don't enjoy drawing when my only purpose in drawing is to make a picture. I enjoy drawing a lot, and I do enjoy it a lot. But I have to have a reason for it, like making a video game or something like that. So just the joy I get out of sitting down and drawing characters for my game is, oh my gosh, it's great. It's unlike anything I got to do for Time Twisted, which I'm so excited about. Hi, Blast Off. Yeah, I hope you do see how it turns out. The games that are inspiring me are games like Shantae and Sonic, of course. Star Wars, because I love Star Wars. Paper Mario, definitely, especially on the side-scrolling RPG aspect. Old Sega games are also a big inspiration. There'll be lots of Sega references and stuff, I'm sure. That didn't really turn out the way I wanted it. But that might just be, well, part of the reason why is I don't like this middle part. Oh, I know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I got it. I'll make the design part of the window shade. Yeah. Gotta cover this part up. Get rid of this weird color. Pull this up. Not too much though. Turn my grid back on. Like that, I think. Is that 8 pixels? 7 pixels? Son of a... 1, 2. I guess it doesn't matter. 1. Okay. Okay. I say I'm a lot. I do it when I'm programming too. I want to do the reverse here, like I'll just do one side of it. Whoa, I accidentally gripped him. How did I get... I'm hitting keyboard shortcuts and changing things, apparently. Hey, 11 watchers, that's cool. It's been a while since I had 11 people watching me. And pray helped I announced it a little bit earlier or something, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna retweet it though. Retweet my own post. Now I'm surfing Twitter. No. Okay. Let's get back to this. Oh shoot, I lost my live dashboard. There it is. No, now I only have 10. That's okay though. It's been a while since I had 10 too, so. Hope you all are doing well today. Bring this down. I need to bring in some other patterns besides the squares, but I'm not, like, I'm having trouble remembering. Art Deco has this thing where it's like, okay, it's like that. Ah, can't draw straight. Be like that, like this, and then there'll be one that goes this way. It's actually turning out better than the one I got up there. Except, yeah. So let's take this one and use it. Somehow. Not exactly sure how yet. Whoa, wrong tool. That's my meme making tool. At work, we make memes like really funny or stupid memes of each other, like just always dumb pictures of each other and stuff. Like I'll take people's faces and stretch them out in Photoshop and post them and stuff. Other people do it too. It's funny. Makes the day go by faster. Plus, when you're a programmer, you like need to take some breaks like that and stuff, so your mind doesn't get like, you know, too exhausted. Otherwise, you start, if you don't do that kind of stuff or have some kind of stress relief, you'll start producing shoddy code or whatever. At least that's how I feel about it. And a lot of other people do too. You produce a lot better code when you're happy. So when you're working 40 hours a week, it's good to programming, it's good to inject some fun into it, I guess. That's kind of cool. It's not, it's like, it still feels kind of unfinished or something. Well, the whole thing's unfinished if I'm honest, but see, now I have to decide how much of this I want to put in here. I screwed up that one part that's not mirrored anymore. I think I'll do something like this. I'll fix that part in a second. Alright, get back to programming or working on Unity at some point today. That was a mistake. But, okay, I think I can make these windows darker now too. Let's bring down the saturation a little and bring down the darkness quite a lot. I feel like, okay, first of all, I feel like I shouldn't have ended those lines, because not all the lines end down here. But then they're all the same height now, so maybe I should just take it all the way to the ceiling. Making our Deco patterns. Yeah, or the ceiling, the platform. Except that was super lazy. Did you see what I did there? I was just like, I just want to finish this thing. You'll do the same thing if you're a programmer. And that's what leads to shoddy code. You almost can't even help it. Or at least I can't. But if you keep it fun, then you don't feel lazy. There are enough stressful points too anyway. Will this stream be saved on YouTube? Yeah, probably. It's kind of a... I don't know. I don't know how great of a stream it is, but I guess we'll save it. Since you're asking anyway. So there's lots of overlap in our Deco, so I think what I'll do is I'll bring that, and then I'll bring this up, bring it over, and then this, maybe I can close these off, like, go into the wall or something. There, that's neat. I might take it to the ceiling at some point, or maybe I should just come up with some other design here. Okay, I think everything's about right, but I'm gonna mirror it just in case. Cool. This one. Okay. I think I'm going to bring this down instead, or bring this up instead. And then I'll add some decoration here or something. And bring this like through like that. Maybe over like that. And then this can have... Oh, my stomach is growling. I guess all I've had to eat today is fruit, so I probably need some like protein or something. It's 5 o'clock too. I guess it makes sense I'd be hungry. All I had today was some watermelon and a banana. That might be the lack of inspiration right there. Getting hungry. Actually, let's leave it like that. We might come back to this later, but it's good for now. So, yeah, I'm making an Art Deco type level. It's gonna be like, I don't know. You see all this stuff down here? It's gonna be like this. It's supposed to be a tower. So, but it's also under construction, so there's a lot of like details about it, I guess. And it wasn't originally my art, it was somebody else's. I'm working on it. I did this little ridge here, and then I added these windows and these little details here, stuff like that. I actually think that maybe these should come out like that. I don't know which looks better, we'll find out. Can't decide. Let's go back. Okay, what now? So we'll leave those windows like that for now, at least. Might want to change our color or something. Oh, I got it. Maybe. Maybe it should be the silver. Darker silver, probably. I'm going to leave it a different shade than that window sill though, because I don't want to have them merge right now. Okay. Okay. I think that looks kind of alright. Maybe it should be gold. But we'll find out later. Hopefully I'm doing okay. I don't want to add too many details like that because he's kind of got this modern 50s thing going on, which is slightly different than Art Deco, which was kind of what I was going for. So I think these windows will be fine. Maybe not, but I'm gonna find use for them, probably. So what next? Well, I had some images I'm gonna look at because I need a little more inspiration or something. Okay, one thing I wanted to do is make like a glass windows, like a round window almost. How am I gonna do that? Okay, let's try something. Make it this big. We need a gradient in there. You should definitely work on games. Working on games is the best. I need like a mirrored window type thing. This needs to be at 50. Then I need to lighten it. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a gradient. I don't know if I went too far or not. Definitely don't have enough contrast though. But I think I'll just crank it up. And adjustments, levels. Sorry. It's kind of noisy. Well, that doesn't matter, I guess. I'll just fix the noise by only using one set of pixels and stretching it to cover the rest. Looks good. Okay. New file. Let's try that again. That didn't turn out right either. What am I? I've got a couple extra pixels, I guess. I'll just crop it. Okay. Reduce the colors here. 54 colors, huh? Selective. What's 8 look like? Well, it's not right, but it probably work. let's free transform this to the center. Mirror it. Oops, it's index color, so I gotta get out of this mode before it'll let me do that. Free transform width. Okay. Still not light enough though. Let's just crank some of this up. Oops, that's the gradient tool. I don't care if it gets more saturated as I go along, I just need it to start a little bit closer to white. Whoa. It's still too much. Still too much. Whoa, now I made the whole background that somehow. Oops. Okay, I guess this is alright, whatever, I don't care. I think it might have changed, but it's probably fine the way it is anyway. Alright. So, Windows. We need some windows. Let's just grab the ones I already made. Do I want them to have this? Okay, they could have that seal every so often. Let's just grab this. Plan it as I go, you know. Alright. So every few will have one of those. Well. Otherwise, we'll just have a couple of these. And actually, let's shift this down a pixel, exactly 1 pixel. And then we'll get this a new top. Oops, I missed a pixel. What are you dogs trying to do? These dogs are trying to get me to feed them or something. My dogs. Crazy animals. Okay. So we'll have a window in the middle. How many windows are we going to have here? 3, I guess. No, I want to have more, though. Should have this on its own layer, I guess. Let's just free transform this down and see what it looks like. Whoa. No. Wrong button. Well, alright. 1 second. I'm going to make some more. I'm going to section this out more. So its middle section will have will be bigger, but then there'll be these 2 side sections. And then we'll just shrink the whole thing down. Which which didn't work at all. Awesome. Do it anyway. Okay, so I probably want this window to be a little bit bigger than that last window. And then I think I'll end it with a gray line so that, yeah. Let's mirror it. Oops. Man, that by itself is going to look pretty good. But how does it look when I change the blend mode? Actually, we'll just have it be too tall. That's more than enough right there. No, actually, I take that back. Hey. Merge. Okay. And then bring this down there. Perfect. Then, we'll switch to blend mode. See if we can't come up with anything interesting. Yeah, I lost a lot of my viewers, I guess, just now. Probably because I was being quiet. Trying to experiment a little bit, and trying to come up with, like, that's looking pretty good. Like a nice building design, but what happens if I do it twice? But takes a little effort, you know. I feel like this could be better, though. How could it be better? Well, let's delete one. Actually, let's finish going through the blend modes real quick. Make sure there isn't a better one. Linear dodge looks pretty good. Soft light, hard light, vivid light, pin light. Nobody ever uses pin light. Some sort of like windows, really. My thinking was they could go, oh man, I like the way that looks. And these are darker too. What happens if I turn down the... yeah, I'm trying to make some sort of like windowsill type thing. Oh man, that color is cool. Whoa. Okay. My thinking, and this may not work out, but my thinking was that maybe something like this would work as a platform. And then if I brought this up here. Oh, but I had it. I could have additional windowsills, and it'd be like a, almost like a part of a, I don't know, like a section of windows. Oops, one too short. Non-organic pixel art's kind of hard sometimes. Maybe I oh wow, I should have done that. Shoulda. Is it too late to go back? Yep, darn it, it is. Well, see, my thinking was I should have put those, I should have processed these along with some of that effect. Get a really cool windowsill. But then I have it here. I can probably figure out how to redo this. I need to reduce, I'll need to reduce the number of colors on this anyway, probably. If we even end up using it. Oh, I gotta, well, it doesn't matter. I'll just do half. Okay. Bring that over. Okay, back in here. No. Or do I? Man, that looks good. I just like that pattern. Looks like it makes nice windows. But I'm trying to think about how to blend this in here, this windowsill, because what I want is this one like every 3 or 4. Basically what I got going on here, the only difference is I need to change the color. I could lighten it. Man, it's getting too many colors, so that's a problem too. Well, let's do this. Let's give it the colors from the actual project, so we're not making more custom colors. So, we'll start at this lightest green. The first green is not really white. And we'll copy down. We may not end up copying this entire color scheme, but we'll at least follow it a little bit. That's where it really breaks off. I really wanted to go back to blue. So I think that's probably enough right there, actually, just the two. But I need to do something with these platforms because I want them to be like round or something. See, because the way they're shaded right now, they look like they're round on the edge, and then the middle is you know, flat, which doesn't match our building here. So I was thinking I could reprocess it, and hide the platform underneath the window so it would get some of the shading, but I don't actually think that'd probably look too good. So I'm just trying to determine what other step to take. Well, I guess I'll just shade it. I just hate introducing more colors when I don't have to. Alright, where should I start? Let's start with just a flat. This all the way across. And we'll start right here. Actually, we only need to do one side. Don't do more work than I have to. So, after this initial pixel, actually all our shades are going to go down one level. So this will become here. This, sorry, this will come here. This, or this will come here. And then this needs to be black. So this will be black, and then this will be this color, and then this will be here, here, and then that. It's going to be one shade darker, so one shade, it's going to be this. Okay. Problem I'm going to have is I'm going to run out of shades. Whoa, I didn't want the circular one. And that's why I was troubled with starting this. Well, we'll have to put that one there maybe then. How many levels do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 might. It's not gonna look good. We're gonna want it something like that. This is a pain in the ass. New plan. This is the new plan. I skipped one. You don't exist. And then, what's that? I didn't miss one, did I? No. And then black. So I'm like missing 2 shades basically. How do I want to deal with that situation? How do I want to deal with that situation? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I really do not know. This is kind of funny for me because this is just you guys getting to watch me do my thought process on making new pixel art. Can be kind of slow at times, especially when you're doing new art, as opposed to like fixing up old art. I guess, okay. I have decided. I guess what I'm going to do is add a shade here. So we'll darken it up. Oh man, that pisses me off. I have to do this. The problem is, now I'll feel like I have to go back and redo all those other things that are shaded with black right here. Because, which I kind of do, because they, they will look out of place. Otherwise, it's like, why didn't you use that darkest shade on it? You had it. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, it's not so bad. I need to add this bit, the highlight parts now. So we'll make a rule. No, we won't. Now, how do I want to do this? We could make a rule that, like, these went out one more, and then I would go to the next lightest. Like so. I think this is a good plan. If it's not, we'll know shortly. Wait. Yeah. So, then this here, and these here, and here, I guess. And then this color. Did I do that right? This should be like that. But this should still be that. Okay. Then this, then this. Turn back on the grid for a second. Then this. And that goes there. Ah! Jesus, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Dog just forced its way in the room. That's noisy. There's a little dog too. Hi, Hypersonic. I'm drawing like Art Deco buildings and stuff like that, I guess. It's for a level that's going to be like Art Deco tower, basically. It's not for my game or anything. It's for a friend. Okay, so then this goes back like that. And we'll go ahead and add like a... In fact, maybe we'll finish it off. Do that. So it's like still shaded to black. Okay, 1 second here. Alright, sorry. I was getting rid of that dog because it was going to be a problem. So that's like the highlight at the top. What happens if I just pull this down? That looks kind of nice. I might go back and shade it more later, but I think I'll probably just leave it like that for now. Is that 8? Yep. So then I can use this thing, and actually, I know what I'll do. So I'll make everything a shade darker now down here. So we'll make darker, darker, darker. Yeah. Wait. I think I'm okay. I get confused on this easily for some reason. Okay, so this should be this shade again, and then this would start here. No, this would start here, and then this would go all the way back to here, and then this would be here as well, and then black would start here. Black would keep going. At that point, it'd all be black. It'd be one shade darker than this. Yeah. Okay. So let's flip this again. Pre-transform. Width. -100. And we can pull this down. And then we can pull this down. Except I think I got an extra pixel there. Yep. And pull this down again. Nice little background building or something. It's supposed to be windows, is really what it's supposed to be. Like poking out from this. And you could even use it, which I might do, like as a front to this. But I will need to work on the shading to uniform these two shading styles probably if I do something like that. Which is fine, I can do that now that I have this shaded. It's just a matter of getting that shaded to start with. Because those things can be kind of a pain in the ass. What now though? Well, I think I'm going to get rid of that though. I don't like that no more. I think I'll just have it so that I'm trying to decide. If I put this one in the middle, I guess that. Well, it's gonna be kind of weird. Yeah, let's do that, because then we've got a top one, and I can always just keep stacking that one. And then when I get to the top, I can just use that top. Or no, I can't. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. I keep saying that. Like I said, you don't want to get caught up on one thing in Photoshop or when you're making pixel art, because otherwise you just spend all your time on that and you don't get anything accomplished. Or at least that's my opinion. But I actually think I'm going to stop here. I'm kind of hot and I'm hungry, and made some progress over almost 2 hours. Got this slope going on here. Made these little windows. Made this little guy. Got these the edge designs all figured out. So yeah, it's a good start. Not bad for, you know. It's been 2 hours, but I probably worked on more like an hour and a half when you take into account we're 10 minutes off, and then there's some you know, waiting that went into the start of the stream too. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. I appreciate all you guys showing up. Thank you for watching. Overbound out.